Hello everyone and welcome back to 4KB Shorts Let's Play of BioShock. We are in Olympus Heights, my favorite place. Mostly because, unlike all the other places that we run into, which are very industrial, yikes, which are very industrial and very business-like, this place is actually about the people. It's actually more lifelike, I think, to me, because it has people's homes, it has their, and I just got a little drunk, it has their, I have no idea what the hell's going on there. It has their homes, it has what they, you know, basically their personal lives, right? And because of that, it's more human than the rest of the game to me, because the rest of the game is just like, you have Cohen's place, which is kind of like his home, but at the same time it's where he does his business. It's a theater, so it's a public place. Things like that, those, you know, and this place is like, well, we have the bar here, and I'm sure there's a couple other places that are what's the word I'm looking for? Monetized. But for the most part, it's all about the people. And you get to learn a lot of stuff about the different people through here. So we're going to go ahead and take some pictures really quick, because we really need to get that Big Daddy and Little Sister all loaded up. Oh, okay. Oh, was that enough? I don't think that was enough. There we go. Smell increased to max health and Eve. Wonderful. Alright. Oh, good song, by the way. Disappear. There it is. I love that plasmid. It is my uber favorite. He senses somebody. you know, you can kind of tell. You walk up to it, you're like, I sense something here. And then suddenly someone bashes in your brain. Wasn't about to, lady. But what I am going to do is light your ass on fire. Nope, wasn't me. Had nothing to do with it. Nice. Alright, hack, buy, auto hack. We'll try to manually hack it. Ah, that's no good. I need to go down. Down. No, this is down. Okay, that's good. Alright, then we gotta hope for a couple of sideways. That's that one. And I guess we're gonna go. Oh god, we're gonna go down some more. That's this one. And then one more. Done. Sweet. Okay. So yeah, this place to me is all about the people. More so, Apollo Square, Point Prometheus, yeah, Apollo Square, more so than any other place, because it screams so many things to me. But at the same time, we can't go there yet because the story wants us to go to the Mercury Suites. So now, I just want to give you a heads up, between Apollo Square and Mercury Suites, look at Mercury Suites, right? Welcome to Mercury Suites, big sign, big neon sign, lots of flare, lots of flash. And then Apollo Square, 101, big green Sesame Street type sign, very middle class right there. So you have Mercury Suites, this is where all the bigwigs live, this is where all the money goes. That over there, that's where everybody else lives. Of course, you do have here Mercury Suites with a regular sign, but you can't bypass that fanfare there without saying to yourself, this has got to be where the money goes. Central Bistro Square. Alright, and for us, we're going this way. So yeah, the story wants us to go this way to find Dr. Suchong's place of business. Now, there's some very important things that I hope I don't forget to inform you guys of.
Citizens found in violation will be relocated to Apollo Square.
Yeah, you heard that? You will be relocated to Apollo Square if you violate curfew. What kind of a threat is that? Oh wow, killed her in one shot. There it is. Wow, that was really weird. I think I broke the system. I'm okay with it, though. Ow. Oh, here it comes.
That's it, kid. You're busto. My new friends will catch up with you soon. Kid. I hope they make it quick.
If they were gonna make it quick, you would have killed me already, Fontaine. You don't care that much, you bastard. Alright, let's take a quick look around. This guy underneath the trolley, I'm not sure if he got ran over or if he crawled in there to hide. But unfortunately, he didn't make it. Let's go ahead and clear these out. And I know that's really rude to do, but honestly, I think that was a splicer corpse, so I feel less bad about doing that to him. Can I not take the money? Or is it just being weird because of where I'm standing? Okay, I think I'm loaded up on money, or it's broken or something. I'll not worry about it. Ah, wonderful music. We'll dance a little bit. Okay. Gotta bring a little bit of levity to the game. Can't all be serious, right? Sounds like we have a guy. I did think that indeed, yes. Hello. Let's, Did that not kill him? Oh, hello. Catch. And that one. And how about this one for good measure? Is that guy still alive? He is not. Okay, that solved that problem really quick. Really? Okay, that's somebody else yelling in there. We'll worry about him in a minute. We have to go over here to this nice place where they're playing all this wonderful music. Or we would, except I just got hit by that stupid, Oh, hello, sir. Not really much of anything except that. Come here. He's going to put himself out at the same time that he's trying to kill me. You have to choose one, buddy. Survive or kill. Those are your choices, man. Remember, a man chooses. A slave beats Andrew Ryan's head in. Kind of odd to make light of that moment now. I really should feel bad about that. I'm not sure why I don't. Probably because I would feel bad about it if I had the choice and I made it. Like with Cohen, you have that choice to like whack him in the head, but you can or you can't. That's your choice to murder him if you want to. But with Andrew Ryan, you don't get that choice. They take that choice away from you, and I think that's interesting. Now that I think about it, that you do have that choice throughout the rest of the game of who you kill and don't kill. But with Ryan, it's like, you know, you're going to kill him. You have no choice. We're taking choice away from you. And I guess that does sort of throw in there with the whole you're brainwashed gig. I mean, they turn it into a cutscene. What better way to be brainwashed than to have a cutscene where you're not allowed to not do something? Deep thought right there, guys. Whoa, somebody's under fire. Looks like people around here love their Atom. So much so they'll try to take out a Big Daddy. Is there a little sister? There is! I'd very much like to get enough pictures of you to like level you up. Please? Just one more? One more? No, no, no! Ah, bastard. What's that? Okay. Hi, buddy. Good night. Ashtray. Oh, I should have known. Open an ashtray, of course you get cigarettes. We'll try to hack it manually. If it goes south, we'll do the other thing. We'll go this way, I think. Yeah, we have to go all the way down, don't we? We do. Okay, because we do, let's do that by that. By this. This. There we go. That's working for us. Doing good. Feeling good. There we are. One more. One more. Done. Alright. So here we are in the Mercury Suites. The rich people's place of business, I suppose you could say, where people go to live when they have tons of money. And as I said, there's a couple of things I wanted to talk to you guys about when we're doing this. Pardon me, young lady. Like this right here. Why Suchong, right? Dr. Suchong? Now remember, he lives in Mercury Suites, right? Remember that.
That Tenenbaum ain't what you think. Florence Nightingale, huh? That'll all come crashing down before you can say canned tomatoes. I've seen good bunco, and I've seen great bunco. But when you waltz through Rapture and World War II without even a scratch, you got more than leprechauns watching over you.
I think he was just saying that he's blessed by God. I don't think we listened to this one, by the way.
The monster Fontaine's dug up. When she does speak, which is almost a never, her accent is thick and grating. Her hair is filthy, and she seems to wear the same mustard stain jumper day after day. But I've got to hand it to Frank. Tenenbaum is the old-timer diamond in the rough. No formal training, no experience, but put her in front of a gene sequence, and she's Mozart in the harpsichord.
Well, so Suchong praises the crazy lady.
All those years we thought thought we were making progress with our Skinner boxes and our electric shocks. What a waste of time. Until Adam, you could no more domesticate a child than a boa constrictor. Fontaine gives the Suchong history for child that he wants to imprint into child's head. Kid, not a person. A jukebox. Ready to play whatever tune Fontaine wants to hear.
See, now what's funny about that is Suchong's talking about behavioral conditioning, and he's like, oh, we couldn't condition children before this. No, Suchong, it just took more time. Now what you can do is you can program their brains to make them zombies temporarily, input whatever information you want, and then turn them back into people. That is not the same as behavioral conditioning. That is brainwashing. And yes, I know they are very, very similar, but behavioral conditioning basically is a positive-negative response to stimuli, i.e., when you're playing BioShock and you have the choice of killing little sisters or saving their lives, and the only thing that comes out of that is an ending and some bonus items. That's behavioral conditioning. Brainwashing is a lot like the scene with Ryan, where we had absolutely no control over what we were doing. So there we go. Clever inventor. You invent stations truly are a marvel of modern engineering, and now you'll need fewer raw materials to make what you want. It's not witchcraft, it's clever inventor. Inventing items requires one fewer of each component, minimum of one. Well, we'll keep all this stuff. We don't need that yet. But here's our quest, mind control antidote.
Fontaine to become some kind of boogeyman in Rapture. That myth gives him power. But peel back flim flam and a humbug, he's just another con man. And like all con men, he worries he'll end up on the wrong side of grief. That's why he commissioned a lot of 192. The antidote to the mental control plasmid. Fontaine said I better not tell anybody about the antidote. Not even Tenenbaum. And Suchong is inclined to listen.
That's because people who don't end up dead.
I knew there was something to that. Always secrets when with Suchong, always secrets. He must have his lot 192 in his lab near Apollo Square. I once stole a dose and brought it back to my flat on the second floor, but those apes would have taken it back to Fontaine's penthouse upstairs. I never knew what lot 192 was for, but if Suchong was doing something in secret, on this I keep my eye.
Alright, we have to go get lot 192. Now we have some choices on where to go, but I'm going to actually go, we're going to go to Apollo Square, because although we're already here, one, it's easier to go to Apollo Square, and no, that's not the whole point of the game, but two, Apollo Square is actually a lot more fun when you have full control of your plasmids. And that's actually the problem I have is for those of you who may not know, you know, kind of a spoiler alert, but the game's old enough, it doesn't really matter. The lot 192 screws up your plasmids, and so basically you randomly cycle through plasmids. And you can only have one active at a time, which makes it even super annoying. So doing things like tasering turrets and things like that becomes basically impossible. Yes, he can. You just take the money and run. Find a new con. Super simple. Anyway, as I was saying, that we just triggered the ability to pick up the lot 192, and as I have control of my plasmids, that's actually super duper important when playing this game. The lot 192 really does screw up your... Oh, I bet that sucked, buddy. Oh, didn't fry him. Wow, really? Okay, that was just really weird. So I shocked him 3 times in the water, or twice in the water, and he didn't actually get hit by the lightning bolt until he stepped into the other puddle. Interesting. Anyway, so yeah, we're going to head back over to Apollo Square, because 1, I find Apollo Square much more interesting. 2, I like having control of my plasmids when I go to Apollo Square, so we're going to do that first. So we're going to kind of back and forth this a little bit, and I hope nobody minds, but we have that option, and I'm going to absolutely take it. Alright, are we good? We are good. And unfortunately, we can't take on any big daddies or anything, or any rosies, until we do that, because taking them on when your health is slowly leaking out of your body, and then again, when your plasmids aren't 100%, it's a very bad idea. So we're going to head on over to Apollo Square, because Apollo Square is my favorite place in all of Rapture. It really is. As I said, this whole place is all about the people. I mean, you know, you have the middle class people here, and this also teaches you how Ryan thought of people who were middle class, how he thought of, how he thought of workers and things like that. And it's important to know the psychology of the guy you just beat the crap out of, or i.e. your father, or whatever you want to call him. So here we are in Apollo Square, or Apollo Prison, or Apollo Detention Camp, whichever you want to call it, totally up to you. Please have Rapture ID cards ready before reaching checkpoint. Peppers, please. Absolutely. Alright, our first diary. Diane! Good to see you again.
When I came down here, but my God, I had no idea. There's armed men all over the place. I saw a woman climb over the fence trying to escape. One of Ryan's guards pointed at her and she lit on fire. Just like that. What's happening here?
Martial law, Miss McClintock. Martial law. Ryan was losing control, so he locked down all those people he thought were a threat. Those people who didn't have money, those who weren't in his inner circle, those without privilege, those who worked for a living. Anyone Frank Fontaine could use as a weapon. And if you thought he had enough foresight to do that, you have to wonder why he didn't have enough foresight to, like... Yep. You gotta wonder why he didn't have enough foresight not to treat those people like crap to begin with. Increased damage, yes! That'll help us later. Oh, so it looks like we have enough Big Daddy or Rosie research, so Rosie's already done, that's cool. And apparently we can't research the little sister. Okay, we're just gonna kind of stand here a minute. I'm not sure how much... Whoa, I am really in this fight. Let's go ahead and move out of the way. Woody now. Somehow I don't think so. I think between the two of you, he's gonna win. Really? Yeah, I do. Come on. Alright. I'm not gonna mess with you, Big D, so you go ahead and chill there, do your thing. I'm gonna chill over here, do my thing. And I think we're set. Alright, so yeah, here is Apollo Square. Now that's just the entrance, and I want to show you guys a few things now that we're wandering around, looking around. Let me not piss off the Big D as I walk by. Not sure what the sign's for. But if you notice, you have this big, long archway, this big train, like, station from here. So you have these trams that just take you, like, 4 blocks, you know? So even in middle class, even the middle class worked, or had, like, privilege. They had, you know, good stuff. And they have your news thing here. But then you have all the names and everything on the walls. I mean, they use the same faces over and over again, but if you imagine all of these being different people, you have to think about that. All these people just vanishing, going missing. Maybe they're getting murdered, maybe they're getting kidnapped, maybe, you know, they're going to other detention camps, or maybe they're just separated. I mean, you have people that have luggage in here. You have people with, like, dropping luggage and stuff. Maybe they thought they'd come in and then they couldn't leave again. I don't know. Now here's a sign I wanted to show you guys very much. Gene Trader. Now if you remember earlier I had mentioned that the E3 trailer had Gene Trader sprayed on the walls, but later you don't see that in the game. And this is the only place in the game where you see that. Now, I don't know about you guys, but when I see people strung up like this in the middle of a square, it's a warning. You don't leave people strung up because you're just too lazy to bury the bodies. This is a huge thing that says, warning. And the sign says Gene Trader, which would suggest these are splicers. So, when I was talking about the story previously, where I said that it was interesting that they boiled down the story to something so simple as Andrew Ryan and Frank Fontaine fighting over money, you have to go along with that by saying, she's gonna nuke that thing, isn't she? Oh no, okay. I think he nuked it. Yeah, he did. They always do that. Why do they do that? I think Big Daddy's gonna get mad at him here in a minute. Let's just nuke him a little bit. Actually, let's rage. There we go. I'll let Big Daddy deal with it. Anyway, so you have, you know, you have the story boiled down to Frank Fontaine and Andrew Ryan just duking it out over some money when you have the option of having the gene trader, which in this case would be something similar to race wars or you know, gender issues or something like that, where people who splice themselves, people who actually go out of their way and use, you know, use gene tonics and whatever else, are ostracized and hated and you know, hung up, killed, murdered, things like that. So the war wouldn't be between Fontaine's men and Ryan's men. It would be between people who are pure and people who are, you know, evil or whatever they want to call them. And so that would suggest an alternative story right here, that these are gene traders, these are splicers. And that would work, but I wonder if maybe they kind of shied away from that idea, because that would go kind of towards Nazism and anti-Semitism, where people who are different are strung up. But at the same time, you're in a contained space, under the ocean, limited resources, everyone's vying for money and power. Somebody gets an advantage over you and are of a special class. Yeah, there's going to be hatred there. You can't help it. It's going to happen, there's no questions. But, deep thought right there, I think. If I portrayed it correctly, maybe I didn't. But for the moment, we're going to go ahead and pause here. So once again, I would like to thank you all for joining me, 4KB Short, on this Let's Play of BioShock. And we will delve deeper into Apollo Square in the next video. So I'll see you there.